Hello and welcome to London Stadium. Well, the first of 5 heats in the men's 200 metres T12. In the 5th heat, Lena Savon-Pineda, who's won gold over 100 goes, but in this, Zachary Shaw of Great Britain will certainly have the home support. But the question will be, can he beat that man? Hilton Langenhoven lost his long jump title here on Sunday, finished outside the medals over 100 metres. He won silver in this event in 2016 at the Paralympics. Mwendo, who made the heats in the Paras, no further than that. The man from Kenya, disqualified in 2011, running as a T13 athlete. And a big cheer for this man here in lane 3. 7th in the 100 metres. He was 6th in Doha in 2015 and 5th last year at the European Championships. For the world record and championship record holder, Michalski is not here. He's been reclassified to T13 events. Now he took silver behind Jason Smith in that event over 100 metres. First 2 to qualify through. Next 2 fastest advanced to the semi-final. The first of 5 heats in the men's 200 metres T12 visually impaired category. Now in T12, athletes can decide to run with or without a guide, and generally they decide not to. So Shaw in 3, Mwendo in 5, Langenhoven in 7. The way they get to the first time basket, as you would expect, it's Langenhoven who gets away fastest on the outside, but Zachary Shaw is making up solid ground on the inside. He's a British athlete. He's going to come around and almost be in the lead as they go into the straight. He is marginally at Zachary Shaw, who takes it on the inside. Langenhoven on the outside. Just remembering the first 2 will qualify regardless of how they finish here. It's Langenhoven on the outside, but it's Zachary Shaw who pinches it. The British athlete gets it in first place, just ahead in a time of 22.74. Hilton Langenhoven of South Africa comes home in 2nd place, and they will be the first 2 to go through to the final of this men's 200 metres T12. There he is, confirmation 22.73 with Mwendo of Kenya coming home in 3rd place. So Langenhoven got out of the blocks extremely quickly indeed. Shaw, though, in that first 15 or 20 metres really powered through those opening strides before he got to around the bend there, and you can see just as he works his way tight on the inside of that lane around the bend. Good rhythm, good fluidity, good result in the end for him as he goes through in first place, but no real pressure on there. Mwendo, the Kenyan, quite a distance back, had a lifetime best of 22.81 coming into this, but certainly didn't achieve anywhere near that. The disappointing performance. Langenhoven just eases up on the line. And Shaw collects first place for Great Britain with a adoring crowd here in London Stadium, watching on as they build throughout the evening, and the weather is certainly improving. Zachary Shaw with a lifetime best of 22.73. Langenhoven with a season best of 22.76. They're the 2 that go through.
Already then for heat 2 of the 5 of the men's 200 metres T12, medium visual impairment. And everybody in this field a recent medalist. So lane 7, Abel Chirot of Romania, one of 7 siblings, 5 of whom have competed at the Paralympic Games, bronze in the 8 at the Europeans of Grosseto last year. The 100 metres silver medalist here in London, and then obviously Jonathan Ntutu of South Africa in lane 3 for Turkey. Bronze in the 400 metres in last year's Europeans, Hakan Sera, and in lane 1, the 100 metres bronze medalist here in London, Juan Muna Martinez, the reigning 400 metres European champion. Originally from Palma, Mallorca, lives now in Barcelona. He's competed in the national able-bodied championship, as has Jason Smith, who is the reigning Irish 100 metres champion. This is 2. This is T12. And Tutu, whose first major championship medal came back in the 2006 Worlds in Assen in the Netherlands. He's never won a major championship gold. Wouldn't be a bad stage for it. So it's Muna Martinez in 1, Hakan Sira in 3, in 2-2 and 5, Abel Chirop in lane 7. And it's in 2-2 with a fine start. Chirop as well. Now they straighten up. Muna Martinez going well for Spain as well. Just hitting the front or the inside. In 2-2 trying to fight back. The first two to go through. Muna Martinez with a very strong lead. In 2-2's just done enough for second place, with Muna Martinez getting the win. Chirop in third place for Romania, and Hakan Sira of Turkey in fourth. 22:47. Solid time for one Muna Martinez as he gets the win, and the advancement into the semi-final. 3 rounds of this 200 metres T12, where a guide is optional. Excellent start was by in 2-2, and Chirop actually on the outside for Romania got out excellently, but Muna Martinez had already eaten the stagger up on Hakan Sira of Turkey, and as they straighten up in 2-2 in a strong position, but Muna Martinez out in the lead. Great stride already. Puigdeval, his compatriot, with dramatic T11 gold last night. Muna Martinez putting himself in a good position, easing up before the line. Had he not done that, actually, he might have had a lifetime best. It's 22:28, that is. 22:47 he's run here. Decelerated with about 10 to go. Calm and capable, and into the semi-finals. In 2-2 also. So Juan Muna Martinez gets the win for Spain within 2-2 of South Africa in second place.
Time to head back to the track. The third heat of 5 in the men's 200 metres T12. Gonçalves of Portugal goes in 1, and Marty Afri in lane 5. Already 1 gold here over 400 metres. In lane 7, it's Athanasios Gavalis of Greece, 10th over 100 metres at these championships. Lifetime best of 23:37. Marty Afri, who's won gold already, goes in 5. Josiah Jamison of the USA goes with his guide, Roland James Slade, in lane 3. And in lane 1, Luis Gonçalves, semi-finalist in 2016, silver in 2011, lost the 400 metre title on Tuesday, taking silver. Now in lane 3, the interesting story of Jamison, his older brother Harold was played for the Miami Heat and LA Clippers NBA franchises. His nephew, Mike Williams, featured in the NFL for the LA Chargers, formerly of San Diego. What a sporting family that is for that man there, who's the only athlete who's running with a guide. Athletes in this T12 section can choose to run with a guide or without. The most famous, you might find, runs with a guide, runs in the final race of the night. Amara Durand, you'll see her later. But now, it's Gonçalves in 1, Jamison in 3, Afri in 5, and Gavalis in 7. So they all get away at the first time of asking. The first 2 all going through and getting away very fast there in lane 5. It's Marty Afri, as you would expect. The man who's already claimed 400 metres gold on the inside, Luis Gonçalves. It's just the first 2 that go through. He hasn't looked across there, Marty Afri. He is a very, very confident athlete. And Marty Afri just slowing down towards the line there. He goes across in a time of 22:33. It is Luis Gonçalves who takes the second automatic qualification place. In third position, it's the Greek, Gavalis out wide, and Josiah Jamison comes in 4th place. But a lifetime best for Marty Afri of 22:32. Quite some run indeed for the man who is full of confidence at the moment, the Moroccan. Gonçalves, who lost that 400 metre title, taking silver, comes in second place, and that man there you saw in his haunches, Gavalis of Greece, comes home in 3rd. He'll now have to wait to see the 2 fastest advance through as qualifiers to the final. But Marty Afri in supreme form at these championships. He came into it when this event 22.57. His lifetime best. He's taken 0.2 of a second off it. And look how he slowed down before the line. Full of pace, full of power, full of confidence. He takes first place in heat number 3. Lifetime best 22.32. Luis Goncalves, season best for him 22.84.
In this, the silver medalist from the 400 metres of last year's Euros in Italy, Jose Luis Fernandez. But Abdurashidov of Uzbekistan has also won a few relay medals in his time. Lane 7 for Spain from Madrid, Jose Luis Fernandez Tala. Silver in the 400 metres of the Europeans in Grosseto last year. Lane 5, 2 fourth-place finishes in the 2013 Worlds in Lyon for Algeria, Jamil Nasser. Lane 3 for Uzbekistan, 8th here in the 100 metres, bronze in the 4x1 in Rio, and silver in the Worlds in the same event in Doha 2 years ago, Mansur Abdurashidov. And in Lane 1, the only athlete here with a guide in this heat for Canada, 11th in the 100 metres, George Kwaku. Born in Accra in Ghana, moved at the age of 12, now based in Toronto with the IB Fast Track Club. Dmitry Isienko is Kwaku's guide. The guide doesn't need to be the same sex as the athlete, but has to be from the same country. And definitely has to be as fast as the athlete. So it's Kwaku in 1, Abdurashidov in 3, Nasser in 5, Fernandez Tale in lane 7. Again, it's the first 2 to go through, along with the next 2 fastest losers. Away they go. Very, very good start by Nasser of Algerian 5. Abdurashidov has got top speed on him as well. Fernandez Tala on the outside being reeled in by Nasser now, who hits the front for Algeria. It's a good lead for him. Kwaku's moving up on the inside. Abdurashidov not done yet. Nasser's going to get the win for Algeria. Tied for second place, but it'll go to Abdurashidov. 22.69 the winning time. Kwaku in third place, being guided home that way. 22.68 has been ratified as, which is a season's best for Jamil Nasser from Constantine in Algeria. Never really in doubt, to be honest. Abdurashidov had a bit of a battle to hold off Kwaku for the second automatic qualifying spot for the semi-final, but he has made it as well. He was 4th in the 200 metres, Abdurashidov, in Rio, but he did win a bronze in the relay. Nasser capably through, reeling Fernandez Tala in, the Spaniard ending up in 4th place, and Nasser beginning to take control as he turned into the closing straight, with Abdurashidov going back into the pack but being best of the rest. No problems for Nasser at all. Very healthy winning margin, about 0.4. Abdurashidov in second place, but Nasser 4th in the 200 and the 400 in Lyon 4 years ago, 6th in the 400 metres in this stadium at London 2012. Best results of his career on a global basis. So Nasser and Abdurashidov are through to the semi-finals. 22.68 the winning time.
In the opening round of the women's shot put, F41 for people of short stature. That lady there, Fatia Amamia, 6th last year in Rio for the Tunisian. And you would expect Tunisia to get at least 1 medal in this, if not 3. Because the great Rawa Tilili is taking place as well. 3 Tunisians. out of 7 athletes taking part in this women's shot put F41. And Amamiya is in first place, 7:37 for her. Here is Talili. Gold at the Paralympics in the shot put and discus. Gold in 12 and gold in 08 as well for the 3-time Paralympic champion. That's out at the 10-metre mark. Lifetime best of 10:42. She set the championship record, and this way actually beat the championship record with her first throw, because when she set it in Doha 2 years ago, that mark was 9:78. Oh yes, she's good, isn't she? 10:04 championship record. She goes in the first with her very first attempt.
So it's El Garra of Morocco trying to upset the Tunisian dominance. They have the top 3 positions at the moment. Might have done it, heading out towards 8 metres. Rao Talili, a past mistress at this. Must have an extra room in her home for all the medals that she's won. Gold mainly in her career. But El Garra of Morocco into second place, 7:81.
Garenovic of Montenegro. Second attempt, season best with a first. Maybe struggling to match the opening attempt. Tunisia, such a record in this women's shot put F41. A stranglehold on it. Well, she does improve, 6:52. Season best. She's in 7th. Well, Garenovic was smiling. This lady may be after this competition. She was after the first attempt. New championship record, 10:04. Not with that one. Not the release she wanted. Doesn't like it. It's flagged, so she stays in first place.
Well, she's still leading by a good way. Very close to the world record. Yusra Carey next for Morocco now. She's in 7:16. She's 21 centimetres away from the medals, with her compatriot El Garra in the silver medal spot. Tunisia 1, Morocco 2, Tunisia 3, Tunisia 4, Morocco 5. Has she changed that? Seems further than 7:16 from Yusra Karim. Up in the third place, 7:72. So Morocco now in the silver and bronze position.
So the final heat of 5 in the men's 200 metres T12, and this may provide the fastest losing time because it is packed full of talent. Lenia Savon Pineda, the 100 metres champion, goes in lane 7. There he is, the Cuban who won gold in this in 2015, goes as defending champion. Also gold at last year's Paralympics over 100 and 200. He's going for the double now in the world titles. Sun Qichao, gold over 400 metres last year at the Paras. So Savon Pineda in 7, Sun of China in 5, Junior Barros Ferreira in 3. Top 2 automatically go through. It is going to be a very, very tight heat, this one. And getting away very well, as you expect on the outside is the Cuban Savon Pineda, who's got away to an extremely fast start. He's got first place just about wrapped up already, and something drastic happens. It's now just a case of who qualifies in second position at present. It's Junior Barros Pineda, but is he going to be caught on the line by Sun? He's just made it as Junior Barros Pineda. He takes second place, so he goes through automatically, but that man comes home in 22:07. That is a new lifetime best by 2/100ths of a second. It's been rounded to 22:06, the new area record, the new lifetime best for Lenia Savon Pineda. What a championships he's having. Gold in the 100, into the final of the 200 as he looks to defend what he did at the Paralympics when he took gold over 100 and 200 there. Eased his way around the bend. Was a good 10 or 15 metres in front. The pace came up from behind. Soon I thought he might have just got there to sneak second place from the Brazilian Junior Barros Pineda, but it is Cuba who come across the line in first place, 22:06. New lifetime best and area record for Savon Pineda. His speed's not in doubt. His class isn't in doubt. When they race the final, that may not be in doubt. Cuba, outstanding athletes over the sprint events in para-athletics. Savon Pineda then area record, qualifies 22:06. Lifetime best of 22:79 for Junior Barros Pineda. And Sun, it was a quick heat. He also qualifies 22:82. So what does that mean? Well, Savon Pineda goes through fastest, 22:06. Muno Martinez, a season best for him. Two lifetime best there, and Abdurashinov also through with a season best. And our qualifiers with the fastest losers, Sun Ki Chao of China, and Great Britain, Zachary Shaw in 22:82 for him.
Claire Kiefer of Australia in round 2 of the shot put. At the moment, the top 5 places divided between Tunisia and Morocco. F41, athletes of short stature, just shy of the 8-metre mark, but you might be able to break up the bank of 5 North African throwers. Kiefer has won bronze in the shots in Rio last year and in the last World Championships, and up to 4th here, so she's got a good chance. Amaima of Tunisia in the medals previously, but now in 6th place, 7:37, a previous best. They're all knocking around the 8-metre mark now. It's tight, it's competitive, a good lead for Raoul Tlili of Tunisia, but the rest so closely bunched. Right now there's 25 centimetres between 2nd and 6th. And Amaima's leapt from 6th to 4th, 7 metres 70. Karim now of Morocco is currently lying 3rd, 7 metres 72. 10 centimetres off 2nd place. Don't think that will get her there though. Think she agrees. Bronze medal still for Karim. Tunisia 1, Morocco 2, Morocco 3.
Samir Ben Khaleb, third of the Tunisians. She's in 6th position, her 3rd attempt, 7:55, her best to date. Well, she certainly threw that out there. Looks much better than her previous attempt. Released everything with that one. Look at that passion. I think this is an improvement. It is almost 8 metres, 7:98. She's in the silver medal position.
Sama Ben Khaled. She's in 5th now. 7.98, has to break the 8-metre mark to have any chance at all, and she's done that. It's tightening up. Well, at one stage we had something like 15 centimetres between 2nd and 6th. Ben Khaled into the silver medal position, 8.23. Keeper then of Australia. Bronze in the shot put in the last World Championships and in Rio last year. 8.21, that new area record. National Australian record and Oceania record as well, and that's beyond 8. How much further has she added to it? If she has, it looks very good, Keeper. She's only 22, she's with Ipswich and District Athletics Club. Solid throwing from Kiefer. Oh, she's up at a silver, 8.44! She's improved the continental record.
Hugs all round. Brilliant to see. Athletes of class, without a doubt. So there's confirmation of the final placings. Tunisia, gold and bronze. Championship record for Talili. Claire Kiefer, twice breaking the area record of 8 metres and 44 centimetres. Silver for Australia.
After a chilly day, lovely evening now in London for Heat 2 of the men's 100 metres, T37. It's an interesting field this, it's quite open. A lot of the main candidates in the previous heat. It's also an event that Russia have largely dominated the past few years, but not this time. Mustafa Mohamed of Egypt in lane 2, the former 100 metres world champion. In lane 3 for Brazil, Matias Evangelista Cardoso, silver in the long jump in Rio, 4th in the 100 metres. In lane 4 for South Africa, 6th in the 200 metres here. First major championship for Ruan van Rooyen. Lane 5 for Ukraine, 4th in the long jump in Rio, Vlad Jarabelny. Lane 6 for Poland, 6th in the long jump in the Europeans in Swansea in 2014, Matthias Antsarek. And in lane 7 for Greece, 4th in the 400 metres at those same Europeans, Iasonis Gantes went out here in the semi-finals of the 200 metres. So again, it's the first 3 to go through, plus the next 2 fastest losers. Evangelista Cardoso, so close to the medals in this event in Rio. Former footballer. It's Mohamed in 2, Evangelista 3, Van Rooyen 4, Jarabelny in 5, Ucharik in 6, Gantes in 7. All the way they go, first time, good start by Zarovanevski, it's a fantastic start by Zarovanevski. Evangelista Cardoso moving up for Brazil, Mohamed as well in lane 2. Will be Evangelista Cardoso who will take this with Jarabelny in 2nd place. Mohamed up there as well in 3rd, and they to go through. Jarabelny just getting the nod. Wins it 11.72, lifetime best. He's from Dnipro and he's looking in good form. Evangelista Cardoso as well with one of the fastest times of his life. Got away very well. Jarabelny there in lane 5. They skipped last year's Europeans. Grosseto had a very successful Paralympic Games. Evangelista Cardoso coming up alongside of that stage, might have led for a little bit, but it's the Ukrainian to win it marginally, with Mohamed in 3rd. Very, very solid start by the Ukrainian. 11.90 was his previous lifetime best set this year. Looking very smooth. Remember, coordination impairment. Longer the race is, more awkward it gets. but Sarah Belny takes a lifetime best 11.72 with Evangelisa Cardoso, Mohammed, Van Rooyen and Outzerink joining him in the final. Zarovanovski, it's a fantastic start by Zarovanovski. Evangelisa Cardoso moving up for Brazil. Mohammed as well in lane 2. Will be Evangelisa Cardoso who will take this with Sarah Belny in second place. Mohammed up there as well in third. And they to go through. Sarah Belny just getting the nod. Wins it 11.72 lifetime best. He's from Dnipro. And he's looking in good form. Evangelisa Cardoso as well with one of the fastest times of his life. Got away very well. Sarah Belny there in lane 5. They skipped last year's Europeans. Grosseto had a very successful Paralympic Games. Evangelisa Cardoso coming up alongside of that stage. Might have led for a little bit, but it's the Ukrainian to win it marginally, with Mohammed in third. Very, very solid start by the Ukrainian. 11.90 was his previous lifetime best set this year. Looking very smooth. Remember, coordination impairment. Longer the race is, more awkward it gets. But Sarah Belny takes a lifetime best 11.72 with Evangelisa Cardoso, Mohammed, Van Rooyen and Outzerink joining him in the final.
So the men's 400 metres T54, the first heat of 3. Kenny Van Veghel goes in this, Saicang Kongen, and the man who's already claimed gold here over 100 metres, Leo Pekatati. Never a 400 metre medalist at a major championships. The reigning champion Lu Yang goes in heat 2. Pekatati though will go from lane 8. Lifetime best of 48.28. Tomoki Agoma, who was 8th in the 100 metres, goes in 7. The great Marcel Hug, how we can forget him. Now silver over 1500 and 5000 in 2016. He won the 1500 metres, but that will be re-raced on Friday. There was a protest in that one. Eric Tai-Hatau goes from lane 5, 5th in the 100. Kongen never won a world championship or Paragold. Will that change here? Curtis Tom, 7th in the 100 metres from Canada. 4x400 bronze in Rio. So knows how to race this. And the great Kenny Van Veghel won second ever Paris gold in this event in Rio. Paralympic champion, Kenny Van Veghel. Well, he's never won a world championship 400. Lu Yang goes in heat 2. Who holds the championship record from 2 years ago. First 2 to qualify, next 2 fastest advance. 1 complete lap. Van Veghel in 2, Tom goes in 3, Kongen in 4, Hightower in 5, Hug in 6, Agoma in 7, Tati in 8. There is Van Veghel. Gold in the 100 metres at these championships. So 45.07 the world record, the championship record 46.46. It may be a very fast heat. There are some outstanding competitors in there. I mentioned about Marcel Hug in that 1500 metres. He did win gold. The race will be rerun on Friday night after a crash though in that one. We saw Great Britain's Richard Chiasaro disqualified. He'll go in one of the next heats. So going through, there it is. Marcel Hug, who's in lane 6, coming through the silver bullet. Kenny Van Veghel doing well on the outside. And out there in lane 8, it's Leo Pekatati. It is just the first 2 that go through automatically though. Pekatati has dropped back somewhat. It is going to be Marcel Hug who's going to go through quite simply to take first position. And Kenny Van Veghel, 46.99 for Marcel Hug. Van Veghel in second place. And coming through in third place there, it looked like Saicang Kongen of Thailand. So Marcel Hug, well, a fairly routine victory in a season best time though, 46.98. Around half a second, just over outside that championship record of Lu Yang, who'll go in the second of the heats. But Who did it pretty easy, didn't he? You can see him there having a little look as they come around into the final 100 metres. Van Beagle on the inside. Taking second place, and it looked like Tati was struggling there somewhat, but he managed to get himself over the line and take third place in a season best, just getting it on the line. Season best Marcel Hug, so he and Kenny Van Beagle are the two automatic qualifiers.
So heat 2 of the men's 400 metres, T54, featuring reigning Asian and world champion Lu Yang of China. Strong field this, T54's very, very open in the men's. Lu Yang in 7, who won silver in the 200 metres and silver in the 800, but he'll have to try and win something in the 800 again on Friday in the rerun. It's the reigning Asian and world champion, Lu Yang. Lane 6 for Germany, 4th in the 400 metres in the last Europeans and silver in the previous one, Mark Xu. Lane 5 for Korea, the former 400 metres Paralympic champion Hong Suk-man. In lane 4 for Canada, relay gold medalist back in 2013, Alexandre Dupont. Lane 3 for Great Britain, the 200 metres European champion, gold in the 4x4 as well, Richard Kiyosaru. And in lane 2 for Japan, 8th in the 200 metres here in his first major championship, it is Yuki Nishi. 48.26 is the cut-off time for the fastest losers. Top 2 for the final. Nishi, Kiyosaru, Dupont, Hong, Xu and Lu Yang. So away they go. Solid start in 6 from Mark Xu. Quite a number of major championship medals from the start of this decade. Kiyosaru going well. Won't be in that 800 rerun on Friday night when Hug crossed the line first, but 4 of the 8 field, including Kiyosaru, crashed out. He started brilliantly here. He's got a big point to prove. Kiyosaru wants to get into this 400 final in ease. Certainly among the top 2 at the moment. Lu Yang has moved up very well for China now on the outside. They'll straighten up. Mark Xu also in the equation with Germany. It's Lu Yang at the moment in 7. Xu in 6. Kiyosaru in 3. Being cheered by the home crowd. Kiyosaru's going to make it behind Lu Yang. Xu in 3rd. Hong Suk-man in 4th place. And 46.85 is the winning time for Lu Yang, the reigning, defending world champion. Been rounded down to his season's best. Kiyosaru very, very comfortable also in terms of the qualifying margin. Xu and Hong will have to wait, but Lu Yang coming into his own very much when they straightened up. Kiyosaru had started excellently in the first 250, but into the closing straight, Lu Yang made his advantage count. Kiyosaru could have given him a good race, maybe given the home crowd a lot to cheer, but probably would have expended too much energy going into the final. You go through if you're first or second, so why bother? Lu Yang taking it, 46.84. Kiyosaru freewheeling over the line in 2nd place. So Lu and Kiyosaru through. Xu and Hong Suk-man will have to wait.